Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We will continue really solving some questions based on the standard normal distribution. So it will be continue for the previous video. Okay, now given that Z, what does it mean Z? Z, it means standard normal variable. So Z is a continuous random variable, which is standard, of course. Follows, here follows the normal distribution. So you can say Z is a continuous random variable, follows normal distribution with mean mu 0 and variance 1. This means that this one is standard normal distribution. Standard normal variable even, Z. Okay, I ask you, look here, find phi of 1.23. What does it mean, phi 1.23? This is equivalent to that statement. Probability of Z less than. So phi deals with always Z less than. Okay? This one equivalent to phi. Okay? Z less than 1.23. Okay? So if I have this normal distribution, just to clarify for you the concept. 1.23, this is the normal distribution. This is the value of Z here, we say. This is 1. So 1.23 almost here. So if you draw now a vertical line, let's say, okay, so this is 1, and this is, let's say, 1.23. So where is phi 1.23? All of that. This is phi 1.23. What's the meaning of that? It means the probability that Z will take a value from 1.23 or less. So all of this area represent the probability of Z less than 1.23. This is the meaning of phi. So phi is equivalent to Z less than. Okay? And by the way, I want to tell you something. Either less than or equal, because adding one value has no any effect. Always in the normal distribution, if I said مثلا if Z equals 1.23, who could answer the question? Specifically only 1.23. The answer is 0. So here the area for Z equals 1.23, it means the area under that line. So it is 0. That's why in the normal distribution, continuous random variables, when we deal with the probability, either I put equals or without equals, with less than or more than, no any effect. Okay, let's return back to the question. So find phi 1.23. This is equivalent to that statement, even without writing this, but you have to understand. If I ask you find phi 1.3, it means find the probability that Z less than 1.23. And this is the meaning in the normal distribution curve. Okay, how to find it? We have to go to the tables. As I told you, go to page 222. As we said, always ya shabab, always. Okay, this is the table here. Always the whole number with the 10th, the first two figures here, you can find them in the column, the first column here to the left. These are the values. While hundreds, this is the hundreds place, this is the hundreds place, and this is the thousands place. طيب. So we can find the probability. Where are the values of the probability? They are here. The main body of the table. Here are the probabilities, while here are the values of Z. Okay, طيب. How to find? Always you will be able to find the value of phi, okay, if what is inside it is positive. I will give you extra exercises about what about if what is inside the phi is negative. We are dealing with negative values of Z, okay? But let's start with the positive. So what is the meaning of phi حكينا 1.23? It means probability of Z less than 1.23. So I can use this table. Okay? Since it is less than, Z less than. positive value, we can now find the probability directly from that table. How? 1.2, so you have to go to 1.2. This is 1.2, okay? This is 1.2. Then 300s, this is the 3. This is the value. So the answer is 0.8907. This is the answer. Okay? Okay, is it clear? طيب. Now let's return back to the, I'm sorry. Let's return back to that curve. Okay. طيب. الآن what about if I want to find probability that Z more than or equal 1.23? Can I get it from the table directly? No, I cannot. Why? Because I have more than. The tables will help you to find the probability of less than directly, but if it is more than, I cannot. So what to do? What to do in this case? Listen to me now. شوفوا يا شباب, please pay attention. Please pay attention. This is again 1.23 here. 1.23. More than, this is more than. All the values more than. How to find it? How to find probability of Z more than or equal 1.23? Very simple. Since I know that the total area under the curve is 1, so I will say all 1. This area is nothing but 1 minus that 1. 1 total minus the white area here. You will get the shaded one. Is that clear? So it means more than, you have to make it على طول directly. 1 minus probability of Z less than or equal, or without equal, no problem, 1.23. Okay, so I have to calculate. Go through the tables now. Can I go through the tables to find this? Yes, since it is Z less than positive value, yes. Directly I can go to the tables, and I already found it. It is that value. So here, so it is nothing but 1 minus, I already found it, 0.8907. So the answer is 3901. Okay, so this is the answer. This is what the answer of probability of Z more than or equal 1.23. That's why always if you have probability of Z more than a positive value directly without going to the normal curve, make it 1 minus probability less than this. But this is the explanation of the idea. طيب, let's now find the third point, which is find, look, phi negative 1.23. What's the meaning of that? انتبهوا معي. Please pay attention if you don't mind. What's the meaning of that? We said this is equivalent to, in order to understand, but we will find the answer directly almost. This is the meaning, probability of phi means Z less than. This phi means Z less than. Okay? Probability of Z less than. This is the equivalent of phi. Negative 1.23. Okay. So this is negative 1. Suppose this is negative 1.23. Okay? So, I'm sorry. طيب. Here. الآن, where is that area? Where is that area? It is that one. Less than this value. Here. How to find it? If you go to the table, I'm sorry. Do you find that you have negative values of Z? You don't have. You are just dealing with positive values of Z. You don't have negative. Always the negative values. طيب what to do in this case? In this case يا شباب, we will use the idea of the symmetry. We will say this area equivalent to what, which area? Since we have, this is symmetrical around the mean. This area is equivalent to that area. They are same, have the same value of area. Area always is positive figure. Okay, so this one is equivalent to that one. And what is this area? This is probability of Z, what? More than 1.23. And what is the probability of more than 1.23? What is it? We already calculate, it is that one. How to find this one? دائما always, if you have more than positive value, always it is minus probability of Z less than 1.23. And that one you can get it from the table. Remember always a very important point, that you will be able to find the value of the probability if you have Z less than, not Z more than, Z less than. So 1 minus, so this one is equivalent to that one. It means, look here, that probability is equivalent to what? Equivalent to Z more than 1.23. Always our target to make that value is positive first. Secondly, in order to find the probability, this sign should be less than at the end. Okay, so you have less than and positive value of Z. And how to find that? 1 minus probability of Z less than 1.23. طيب, directly, listen to me. If you have in the question, دائما يا شباب, if I ask you to find phi minus 1.23, say directly, this one is 1 minus phi 1.23. Always. This is the relation. If you have phi negative Z, so you will say this is 1 minus phi of Z. Okay, always, this is the rule for you. Here, الآن, since you have phi equals phi of negative 1.23, it means 1 minus phi 1.23. And what's the meaning of phi 1.23? It means the probability that Z less than this value. يعني equals 1 minus, حكينا, what is this value? It is that one, 0.8907. So this is the answer, which is 0.1093. Okay, hopefully it is clear. Okay, let's take more examples. Take more examples. طيب. On the same question here, Now what about if we have interval bounded by two values of Z? يعني, if I told you find the probability of Z 0.4, 1.7. يعني here on the normal curve, look here, standard normal curve. If I want to draw that area, where is that area on the standard normal curve? 1.7, this is 1.7, almost. And 0.4, this is 0.4. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the area. This is the area. Okay, this is the area. How to find that area? Always if we have a compound, let's say inequality like that, to find out the probability, look here. You will say phi of the bigger one minus phi of the smaller one. يعني phi 1.7 minus phi 0.4. Listen to me now. Listen to me. ايش حكينا? What's the meaning of phi 1.7? What's the meaning? It means probability of z less than. حكينا phi, it means, phi always means probability of z less than 1, 2, 3. This is equivalent to phi always. So it means probability of z less than 1.7. Can I get it from the table? Yes, I can. Since you have z less positive, you can find. That's why phi positive, go to the table and find the value directly. Phi positive, go to the table and find it directly. But if it is phi negative, no, you have to make some changes. Okay? طيب كيف هذا؟ شوف لاحظوا الآن معي. How to find that area? Just on the normal curve, I will explain it for you, then we will go to the calculations directly. How to find that area? You will say it is all of that. What is all of that? What is all of that? It means probability. All of that, it means probability of z less than 1.7. يعني, in other words, phi 1.7. It is all of that minus that one. يعني, all of that, erase that part, you will get this shaded region. And what is this? It is nothing but probability of z less than 0.4, as we said in the question. يعني, in other words, it is phi 1.7 minus phi 0.4. So in calculations directly, once you have compound inequality, على طول, directly يا شباب, say it is phi 1.7, the bigger one, this is the bigger one, minus phi 0.4. Okay? Go phi to the right minus phi to the left. Is it clear? بعدين, can I find from the table? Yes, go to the table directly. Go to the table directly since you have phi 1.7. Okay? We will go to the table. Let's go to the table. 1.7. Yes, and from your textbook, you can find it. 1.7. What is 1.7? Okay, this is 1.7. Only 1.7. So it means 1.70. You don't have in the hundreds and anything. So it means that value. So it is 0.9554 minus 0.4. This is 0.4, that one. It means 0.40. Okay? So it is minus 6554. So if you subtract, what will be the answer? It will be 0.3. So this is the answer of that question. Hopefully it's clear. طيب تمام. Now, how about if I'm dealing now with, now I will erase that part. Look here. انتبهوا معي الآن. If I give you a question like this, find the probability of z. Look here. Please listen to me. Please pay attention. If I said مثلا negative 1.2 here and here negative 0.3. Okay? Now I'm dealing with a negative value. How to find the probability? By calculations, you will say phi to the right minus phi to the left. Can I get from the table? No, because this is negative. How to change it? You will say that one equivalent to 1 minus phi of that positive. Is it clear? Minus. And what about this one? It is 1 minus phi 1.2. I'm sorry. Now directly, can I get it from the table? Yes. Phi positive you can. Phi 1 point, yes you can. ولذلك على طول the calculator put 1 minus 0.3 what is 0.3? This is 0.3 يعني 0.30 here. 1 minus 0.6179 minus here 1 minus 1.2, this is 1.2. 1.2, this is 1.2, it means 1.20. So it means that value. Okay, by calculations you will find the value. So always ya shabab, if you have compound inequality, directly apply that rule. Say phi the bigger, what is on the right here, minus 5 the smaller. Then check if it is negative, change it into 1 minus phi. Negative, change it into 1 minus phi. Okay? Since you have phi positive value, go to the table, attack the table, and find out the values of the probability. Hence, you will get the final answer. تمام. طيب. What about? So this is the situation if we have negative. Okay? طيب, what about if we have? Now I will come. To the last case, if we have negative and positive. But before that, if I told you find phi, let's say 2 or let's say 0.938. Phi 0.938. I'm emphasizing on that meaning. The meaning of phi 0.938. The meaning of this phi, it means the probability of z less than. This is the equivalent of phi of 0.938. This is the meaning. In other words, since we have phi positive value, I can go to the table and find the answer. طيب, how to find the answer, especially if we have 3 decimal places here. 3 decimal places. Okay. We will go here to 0.9. 0.9. What is 0.9? This is 0.9. Then 3 hundreds we said here, thousands here. طيب. So what to do? 0.9. Okay. 0.9. 3. This is 3. Okay. Catch this value. Now catch this value. You will say 0.8238. Yes. Then since you have thousands place, you have to go to 8 here. This is 8. And you have to add 20 to the last 2 digits in the number. You have to add 20 only to the last 2 digits. That's why we are writing add. If you have thousands place, you have to add to the last 2 digits. So the answer will be 0.8258. Add them. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 2, you know how to add, right? So this is the answer. This is the answer. In the case if we have a value which has 3 decimal places. And that's it. We are not going to go beyond that. طيب. Is it clear? طيب, let's take another example. If I told you now, find, suppose, negative 1.423. Look, how to find that? Can I attack the standard normal distribution table directly? No, I cannot. So what to do? This is equivalent to 1 minus phi of 1.423. Nice? This is the rule. Directly. Very simple. And here, 1 minus. How to find that? 1.4. Okay, what is 1.4 now? طيب. 1.4. 1.4. Okay. Then 2. You have to go 2. This is 1.42. I'm sorry. This is 1. Here 2. Okay. This is 2. So take that value. Okay. Then add 2. You have 3. Thousands place 3. This is 3. So you have to add 4 to last digit here. last digit. So what will be if you add 4? So it will be 1 minus 0.9226 here. When you add 4 to that value, so it becomes 6. So subtract, you will get the answer 4770, and this is the probability. This is the probability. Is it clear? Hopefully it's clear how to find the probability of values of phi for the values of z less than a number which has 3 decimal places. Okay, using add on. Okay, طيب. Now I will speak about the last case. Last case here, if I have find the probability of okay, we say this is a compound. Yes, how to solve it? We will say phi of 1 5 minus phi of -1. Right? This is positive. Okay, 5 positive. I can get it. I can get the answer directly. I can get the answer directly from the table. So equals 1, 2.115. This is 2.1. Then 1. So that value here, which is 0.9826, I have to add on. I have to add 5. So go to 5, this is 5. You have to add 2 to that value, so it becomes 8 to the last digit. 8. Okay. Minus, what is this? It is 1 minus phi of 1. 1 minus phi of 1. So again, 0.9828 minus 1 minus 1. Where is 1? This is 1. 1.00 it means. That one here. So it is nothing but 0.8413. Calculate, then get the answer. Okay, hopefully this one is clear. I would like really just to give you the last remark. If I told you find probability of z more than, listen to me, the last stop here, negative value, -2. Let's say. How to find the probability of z more than negative? Very simple. شوفوا يا شباب, I'll give you simple method which is not mentioned in your book. In order to find, look, I didn't ask you the question through the compound, and even I didn't ask you to find through the phi. I ask you here by z more than negative value. Look here, in order to find the probability, z should be less than and positive value. So what to do? Look here. You can switch that by switching the sign of this. So this one is equivalent to, totally, is equivalent to, طيب, switch it and switch both. Z less than, if you have the sign negative, switch it, 2. This is equivalent to that. By switching the sign, the direction of the inequality and the sign of that value, that number, both together. So what do you have here? Yes, I have now 2 positive. So I can go directly now, since I have z less than, I can go to the table and find the values. You can directly find it. It is here, equals 0.9713. Okay, what about if I told you to find probability of z less than negative, as we said, مثلا 2. Okay? What's the meaning of this? This is phi, we said -2, which is 1 minus phi of 2. Okay, my best wishes for all of you. Please, at page 199, try to solve as many questions as you can from part 1 and part 2. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.